Alright, that's a automatic door. Should be. Just passing that on the right now.
Okay, bad.
Yeah, and the Max showing up behind us. We just passed it. Alright, we're going again here and looking for a law enforcement encounter. Test these radar detectors. I don't know how it is where you all live, but out here in Colorado, the law enforcement is typically out pretty much right at the end, maybe last week or so of the month. That's when they're shooting radar all over the place. First 3 weeks of the month, they're pretty sparse to be seeing them running radar. And we're pretty much toward the middle of the month here, so not a lot of cops out running radar. During the end of the month, you'll see them maybe 2 to 3 cops at a time working kind of together, pulling people over right and left in areas. But last couple days I haven't seen a whole lot. So again, here we're testing the Max 360 brand new versus a brand new one from the box Redline. Only difference,
K-band.
there's a K-band signal here. I think it's something related to the traffic light.
K-band.
As you saw, the Max got it first, 360. I'm going to go ahead and mute those. So, the Redline and the Max have virtually all the filters turned off as best as I could on both units, so we can see mostly the real world performance of the antenna without all the software and filters and whatnot working, just so we know the raw power of the antenna reception. Getting on an open highway here, country highway. Bring it up to speed here.
Overspeed.
So one of the ways that the Max works is that it's got a built-in internal GPS that runs all the time. And that's what monitors your speed. However, there's also part of that GPS is a GPS filter that would, block out unwanted signals and location markers and whatnot, and that is disabled right now in the Max. But the GPS unit itself, where it's just monitoring speed, that you cannot disable, and that should not affect performance because it's not filtering anything. Another thing I'll mention is the truck. This is a newer truck for me. I just got it not too long ago, and it's the new Ram 1500 with an eco diesel in there. And just take a look at this gas mileage here, guys. It's just ridiculous. On a full-size truck, I'm getting right now 32.9 miles per gallon. Okay, there you go.
K-band.
It's a K-band signal being picked up by the Max. Redline's quiet right now. Again, Redline has no filters turned on right now. It's wide open antenna on highway. Both of these are on highway. And you'll see just how far up that K-band is. That's pretty far up there. Like another half a mile at least, maybe a mile yet. This is an area I drive a lot and pretty much know where the speed cameras and whatnot are.
K-band.
Still hitting that K-band. Coming up. Redline hasn't woke up yet. There we go. As you can see, they're both hitting now, and you can see the 360 is pretty sensitive when you got all the filters off. It's pretty darn good reception here on this antenna. Much better than what the reviews have been showing. I don't know if the reviews are biased or if they're just taking a look at the unit right out of the box with all the filters on and the normal software you'd be running with the, filtering, blind spot and GPS filtering of different kinds. but the Max does pretty good. I mean, it's... Now, the Redline came a few days before I got the... As you can see, there's another K-band up ahead. See? I mean, it's... The 360 is pretty darn good. Wow, I mean, it's just pretty good. As you can see, I wouldn't be too afraid of the reviews you're seeing, because I don't know if they're actually reviewing them just straight out of the box or if they're turning the filters off. It doesn't seem like they are, because when you compare it apples to apples, the Redline not having many or much filtering by default, when you compare it apples to apples with a 360, the 360 is either tying or winning typically in alert time and distance. The Redline has been, it came a few days before the Max 360 did, so I compared it to the detector I have been using, which was the 9500 IX, which I've been very happy with. But when I got the Redline, and I did this head-to-head comparison between the two detectors, the Redline beat the 9500 IX in all the tests. I mean, it wasn't even really close. The Redline is a much better antenna system than the 9500 IX. Even though I was happy with the 9500, the Redline is just a totally different animal. But the Max appears to be a little better, to be honest. I was planning on canceling the 360 after I saw the Redline beating up on the 9500 IX, but I gave it a chance, and wow, I'm pretty impressed with the Max 360. And, you know, to be honest, I mean, I have the money to buy a detector. I'm going to send one of these back. It's likely going to be the Redline at this point. It's going to be going back. It's a good detector, but I just wanted to get one that was going to be the most future-proof. I'll probably have it for a few years. I really don't care who makes the detector. There's other good detectors out there, but I think this is probably the best detector out there right now. I don't really care about the maker or the model. It just seems that this is the one that's doing the best. I was really hoping for some K8 encounters with some police on the road here shooting radar, instant on and whatnot, but haven't seen too much of that today. It's been mostly stationary radar units. But in the times last couple days before that I've been running these units together, the 360 has equaled or typically beat the Ka band warning time and distance of the Redline. There wasn't even a time that I can think of right now where it didn't beat it. So it's a pretty good detector. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I don't think we're going to have any more law enforcement from here forward. All right, give me a like. Thank you.